Alright. I'm a little like I was watching the Alice sketch. I'm a little confused as what's going on. I don't know if either their stream ended or they're waiting for an arrest, but they're probably. I mean, I think what they were saying though is they do have the probable cause for the arrest. Um, so anyone checking that out, keeping that updated, can see that on Predator Poachers Locals. I mean Rumble. But yeah, just to get into it tonight. See who's here. Mr. Rex is here. I ordered some kebabs for dinner. I'm obviously here. Yeah. That's what I was watching. Yeah, if you guys see an arrest, let me know. I would just like to see an update in chat. Fred got arrested. Um, I will say there's good news and bad news. There's knowns and not knowns. Um, yeah, I mean, the good news on my catch is the guy was, arrested. And I'm not sure what he was exactly charged on, so I'm currently in the process of like finishing my role and turning everything in, which it's already done. Right now, I'm getting down a really big video file to put on a Google Drive, and should have that done by tomorrow. By the end of today, and to follow up with tomorrow. But anyone who saw that predator, that guy was caught by before by PP Mass, and he was actually one of like his first catches. So I'm actually curious as to where he was actually caught, because I know PP Mass kind of lives. He doesn't live like I don't think he lives in my county. He lives like more near, I believe, where FDK is, kind of around that area, like similar area, kind of northern area. But I wonder where he did end up meeting, because I mean, they gotta know, like they gotta, like the next thing, like it's not just like he's caught. He was given the slap of the wrist. He was given that second chance. He was given that not. I think to meet and to do that and to do what this guy said, just as is, should get the worst kind of punishment. I mean, imagine being like how old if someone wants to give some kind of wild guess just so we can go off of. I want to like find the closest one that agrees with me. How old would you say that guy was? He was an older guy. I think we can say like grayish white hair. I would say like somewhere between 50 and 60. My word. That would be my range of what I think how old he was. Um, I'm not sure what age you guys want to say in chat. I'll go with that age. If you guys want to come up with an age. But yeah, let's say he's like 58. I mean, could you imagine, like, think about how young 14 is, and 14 was the age of the decoy, to going on a gay dating app to initiate conversation with a person who you will then learn is 14, and then even explaining the most heinous way of how you can be molested, he explained to the kid kind of how the molestation would go about, which is just it's really too graphic to even want to explain. Even me explaining this to the cops was it's just difficult. It's like it's so graphic. It's so evil. But it's like imagine you do that, you show up and you think it's the kid, and then because someone else is looking out for this, looking after their community, they run to one of us instead, and it's not a kid, and then they get the slap of the wrist of their life. Like I feel like that, like doing that and going into that, like where PB Mass met him at that store, that should have been the end of the world for him. I feel like you're doing something that bad, and then you show up to that. Like that should have been the end. That should have been a life ruiner. And he shows up to court, you know. And I think, I don't know. I don't know what was going on inside his mind. He was a kind of a strange guy, the predator. But basically, his sentence was like, he was convicted. All the evidence was, impeccable. But he was supposed to, I think, now don't quote me on this, I was there, but if I recall, because I was in the courtroom, I think it was to plead guilty in exchange for him to take a course, and then he would be on, I think he would take a course, and then it would be continuing without a finding, which basically just means that you go on, I think, probation, and then that's just it. And that was what he did. Then he does the same exact thing. Like as far as like anyone saying anything about rehabilitation, he does the same exact thing years later. And I remember, it was kind of like a fun thing where on my birthday I went to court with PB Mass, to see like, oh, one of his predators was pleading guilty. That was that was an interesting thing. But little did I know, the predator we were like following and interviewing, like after he pled out, whatever, I was gonna catch that guy. That was the guy. I don't know if you guys remember, like years ago. I think the year I turned 27. I'm turning 29 now, so I guess that would have been just about 2 years ago. If you guys remember the old MVCap days, 2 years ago, me and PB Mass were following after it was PB Mass's catch. He pled guilty, and he's pleading guilty, and he was leaving the courtroom, and we were like questioning him, like what, like this and that. But that he would actually, that I would actually be catching him. That's just crazy. I'm not 29 yet. I'm 29. I turned 29 the 13th. It's not quite there yet. I'm not quite there. He yelled at him, "What do you have to say to the parents of children?" as he was walking out. I remember I said that. The parents of children. It's like underage minors. I did say that. But that was the guy. So you guys do remember. That was the guy. It's just crazy that I would end up, that out of all that I would have ended up catching that guy. I think, yeah, it was weird because I caught him on PB Mass's birthday. So I got PB Mass's birthday. No, I've got PB Mass's catch on his birthday, and I went to court and saw that guy plead guilty on my birthday. I don't know why I find that interesting. Coincidences. Well, and my birthday is actually Friday the 13th. Yeah. But yeah, it's just but the update to that is I'm just finishing sending a very big video file over to the police. Before the stream started, I did take that the catch off of, well, I privated the catch, and I'm gonna put that on locals, so it's gonna be on mvcap.locals.com, and I'm gonna be immediately sending that to my editor, the editor I go with. and that's going to be, I don't know, edited. And as soon as I can get it edited, well, not I'm going to get it edited, the editor's going to edit it. And then it'll be out on NVCap. So that's going to be an NVCap catch eventually on the NVCap YouTube. But yeah, just to review some of the things he said. Let me go back. Yeah, it's too graphic. I can't read that on YouTube. It's so graphic. It's dialogues. But yeah, that's gonna be on locals at mvcap.locals.com. And yeah, that's kind of the important topic out of the way. As far as what's where, like, as far as like the actual charge he was arrested on, I'm gonna be looking for that information. Oh, 2024 is the year of the MVCAT. Me too. We'll start in 2023. Yeah. Word on the street is Sam has been bawling his eyes out since the Tommy Boy panel. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't really much of an interactive panel. I like the panel though. I mean, the thing is, Tommy Boy I feel like is having a human reaction to Sam's hypocrisy, which I mean, from now, it's kind of just expected. I would be more surprised if Sam wasn't hypocritical at this point. Um, yeah, and obviously lying about the driving drunk thing too is I mean, I guess I could find maybe empathy if sympathy if like, or I don't know, whatever word you want to use, or understanding if maybe you made that terrible mistake, which again that could cost lives, it could people at risk. I mean, I couldn't be more against that. But then, maybe you redeem yourself at some point in time and then you never do it again, maybe encourage others to not do it. But like, that's driving drunk. um But one, this just happened like weeks ago recently. It's not even in months, it's in weeks. And he claimed like the whole issue was he blew zeros. He blew zeros, but his charge reads he had blood alcohol content. So whatever he blew does not matter because the his blood is what got him charged, right? So I don't yeah, I mean that didn't make sense. Remember when MVCap caught a Toyota Tacoma? MVCap came a long way from her last sketch. Thanks. I heard Sam blew a double Colfax. Yeah, now kind of in the talking shit part. But yeah, I don't know if anyone wants a link, but I'll just kind of ramble in the meantime. A bummer, bro. I can't say I can't. I'm too busy giving all my money to Israel. Yeah, that's crazy. Honestly, yeah, it's going on in Israel. I don't see how this is a two-sided thing. Anyone should be against bombing innocent civilians. Yeah, I'll drop the link. I was just weighing in on random shit. Yeah, I bet even a lot of nowadays right wingers would actually be against all the stupid wars we're in. Because like we don't have any money for ourselves. We don't have any money as a country. Yeah, just make sure Chris Christie does not get elected. I cannot see that guy as president. Like Chris Christie being president would be Nixon as president. Yeah, whatever they do, Israel needs to belong to the Christians. Like whatever the situation is, um, we shouldn't be. We should basically just have the like if we're gonna even be that mediator role of the world, which I don't agree we should. At the very least, it should be following international law and looking at both sides and saying, "Hey, you can't bomb your civilians and you can't bomb their civilians." Civilians, does that not sound like a deal? But yeah, but instead we back one side and then we're against. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Now, admittedly, that is kind of an area that I could be absolutely schooled and destroyed on is foreign policy. I'm just generally against war, but I would have to study up on foreign policy to actually kind of know what I'm talking about. Israel are God's chosen people. God has forgiven them. Oy Geopoliticals, cat. Yeah, I kind of am the same way. Where like I'm pretty sure that footage exists, but sometimes when you just see the wrong thing, you kind of get fucked up for it. There's something in your brain that tells you that you weren't ready to see that, and I don't know. One time, someone sent me a video of a shooting, and I wasn't sure what I was seeing, but it was like if it was like it looked like a video game of a guy going into either it was like a I forget what it was. I completely forget what it was. I don't know if it was like a school or a church, but it was a shooting, and it was a POV from the shooting, so it looked like a video game. And realistic video games look now. And this is like from years ago, but I remember looking at it because it looked so real. I was almost about to respond like, "Wow, it looks so real." Then it kind of hit me once. Um, I guess the ending happened, which I heard real like human sounds that you would not find in a video game, and like that sound was just. I think it was a British shooting. It was in England. It wasn't in America, but I heard the real sounds of like people dying of a shooting, and coming to that realization that that was a shooting, and yeah, it kind of all sunk in at once. Yeah, that's kind of a completely different topic, though. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not against anyone being from anywhere, Israel, whatever, whatever. Like, I'm just saying, like, just as a general international policy, to be against war crimes. That's about it. That one was last stream on Twitch. Oh, so you know what? Is it New Zealand? New Zealand. That sounds very familiar. New Zealand. Wow, that's crazy. So I can just you guys knew about that. Yeah, that that one. It was a mosque. Instead of Janae, are you gonna summon her? What? Oh, I want to summon anyone. I want to summon demons. We already got rid of the Chuckles demon. We learned from playing with Ouija boards. Orion's been hiding a rock for far too long. Guess we know about false flag mass shootings. I don't really think. All right, so my thing is every mass shooting that happens. I don't know. I mean, I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to fake any shootings. Like if the argument is okay, they're false flag mass shootings. Okay, so now I'm gonna ask. Okay, so what is the motive for that? Why make a false flag uh, mass shooting? Um, is that to falsely show that we have a problem? To falsely show the reason to take guns away? And I mean, at the very least, I just think guns should be regulated like cars. I mean, where if let's say you're a four-time drunk driver, I guess, yeah, you have like a fundamental right to drive if you weren't engaging in certain things, but you don't have the right to drive. And it's like, let's say you're, you know, crazy as hell, say I want to kill like 100 people. Yeah, that person shouldn't get a gun, and there should be no innate right to that gun. And I guess that just saying that is against the what people call the Second Amendment, which I would argue is not it's not interpreted correctly. But uh, that does not mean I don't think that that should mean that that person gets a gun. But at the very least, that's not what they originally meant. Everything should be regulated by your government. They're um. Well, the thing is, so should we just not have cars regulated at all and just let drunk drivers run over kids and families? I mean, where are we drawing the line? Um, I'll start sharing the link though. The classic car argument. Well, what is the answer? What is the answer to the car argument, though? That is my question. And again, I don't believe really that there has been. I mean, I don't unless there's something like way in obscure history that I don't know about. I don't believe there's been a false flag shooting or a reason to have a false flag shooting in the United States. Oh, hello, hello. You even muted Dan Islander here. Oh, he's muted. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my AirPods hooked on. 1 sec.
You draw the line at offenders. Drunk drivers shouldn't be driving. Gun owners that kill someone shouldn't and can't get a gun. Exactly. I mean, that's pretty much all I'd call for. Background, just like basic background checks. Where I think we should have like common sense if it shows likelihood towards violence for guns. Like the line should be drawn properly. It's not just if you have a criminal record that means that you'll just be a person not trustworthy to have a gun. How many people with criminal records drive? So I mean, there's the standard right there.
There we go. Yeah, my AirPods weren't connecting.
Well, okay, but that's like asking to regulate a skateboard when you're talking about driving laws. Like, whoa, if you're gonna have car laws, why regulate? Why don't you regulate my rollerblades? Why don't you regulate my Heelys? Why don't you regulate my?
There's no car laws. Think
I
of all
mean,
the
come
fucking
on.
so many shit drivers out there. It would fucking be a shit show if there wasn't driving laws.
There's still driving laws. I forget Mrs. Calling is a motivational speaker. I actually saw that FDK was on Locksmiths. Giving his motivational speech to Broadband.
Yeah,
You saw that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I heard correctly, I was used as an example of hard work
I
by
don't even know,
working and not driving.
I felt bad for Broadband at the end of it. It's like he literally came on YouTube to like kick it and have shoot the shit. Gets on and just gets fucking grilled. Just gets grilled. Literally.
I don't know, bro. But yeah, like I remember listening to it at work. I was like,
everything he was saying was just like contradicting himself. Everything.
yeah, I mean, well, how old is he?
I don't know. He's like, oh yeah, I quit my job. They reduced my hours, and I quit my job because they reduced my hours. And then just like after who was it? FTK is just like, so he's like, well, why didn't you keep that job? Like some hours are better than no hours. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, keep it till you find a better job. Like,
and I mean, the worst thing is like,
you can tell he just probably stays up till like midnight, 1 a.m. every night smoking weed. Probably has to wake up at like 6 and fucking sleeps through his alarm or hits snooze and sleeps in. Probably one of those type of workers.
no, actually, I remember him saying he was 27 now or something like that. Because I remember he was 24, but that was a couple of years ago. So he would have to be like 26, 27. I know he's not 24.
None yet. Broadband Studios.
But yeah, but I don't know. I don't know anything about autism or anything. So, to be honest, like I can't say like any experience or anything. Like I don't have any siblings or or anyone I know that had that. Um,
There's so many like levels of it.
yeah.
Like I say, every autistic kid's different. Like my cousin Taylor or whatever. Actually, who cares? His name's not even Taylor anymore. But he has autism, and he's a fucking genius when it comes to musical instruments. He can fucking shred like any instrument, but he walks around like Edward Scissorhands, like just doesn't move his arms and is just like socially awkward, right? But then I've met other autistic kids that are just, almost normal, but they just don't have a filter. Like they just say shit they shouldn't say, have no boundaries type of shit. I don't know. They're all different. I wouldn't even say there's like a set book of like what is autism, because
Well, they're
it's
kind of.
like,
Well, I do know like they would have to have cognitive delays.
yeah, exactly, something like that. But it's like it's almost different. They're similar in different ways, right? It's weird.
Yeah, but
But you
yeah, I
can
mean,
usually tell when someone has autism, and
like
it does nothing with looks too. Like an autistic kid will look normal.
yeah, and I wouldn't say that's why like when I originally interacted with broadband, I did not know. Actually, I didn't know that he had any kind of autism,
It's
and I would not.
self-diagnosed though. He's literally just saying it as an excuse. Like he's literally self-diagnosing himself.
Wait, he self-diagnosed himself with that?
Yeah, like it wasn't even like a doctor's diagnosis. It was literally just like, I think I have, he's like, I think I just have slight autism or something like that. Like,
Oh, it changes a lot. Because I was thinking like, okay, so when because like here's the thing, it was like basically what happened was when I first interacted him, I kind of just thought he was like an odd guy that just kind of came on panel, so I just like I kind of had a to be honest, I kind of just like I thought he was like joking or whatever. Some of the stuff he was saying, I didn't get it, but then I found out that he had, or I guess it was communicated that he had some kind of
yeah,
autism or whatever. But
that could be it, just socially awkward, right? So it is
kind of, I mean, it
kind of,
kind, I but like then looking back though, like not forward but back, I could kind of see him being off a little bit, so I could kind of see it
it
to
used
be
to be
honest.
really hard to get diagnosed with autism, but now with this, like how, mental illness is like mainstream. Like
Yeah, everyone has ADHD.
yeah, and it's just like,
Like I don't like that. I actually don't even
I
like
remember
I'm
like,
currently diagnosed with ADHD, which is a fake mental illness, just
yeah, and
used
it's
to
just like,
drug meth.
I don't know. It used to be a lot harder to actually get, like, you used to have to fight with multiple doctors to diagnose your kid, like you would have to fight them, you know,
Like actually fight them?
not like actually
No.
fight them, but now it's just like they just seem like, you go in there, oh, my kid, has autism, and they're like, what does he do? And then you just say like three things. They're like, okay, he sure does.
Okay, doke. Here's a stamp.
And then, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I would kind of say I don't have the answer to what does society do with autism and how do we treat people with autism. I mean, I would just kind of
There would be
like
there would be no SpaceX rockets. There would probably be no Teslas. Elon Musk has autism and Asperger's. All like the fucking super geniuses all have autism. So it can't be a
uh,
bad thing.
well, wait, no, you said Elon Musk has autism?
Yeah, you can just tell. Same with like,
Well, okay, so I'm kind of calling bullshit.
I think he even said it in an interview and stuff too. Like he was diagnosed when he was a kid with something. I remember him saying something. But you can just tell he's socially awkward, just fucking weird. Maybe not autism, but Asperger's for sure. I'll put my fucking life on that. That Elon Musk has Asperger's.
Well, but he doesn't have a monotone sound necessarily.
Yeah, but like I said, they're all like different. they're similar in different ways, but I'd say Elon Musk is pretty fucking monotone.
I mean,
He's
kind of, but like one thing I saw was this video manifesto of Elliot Rogers, and he definitely has Asperger's, and he was like talking like very sadistically, obviously, but he was talking very monotone. And when they said that, I was like matching that with that the voice, like I could tell that that's more of like indicative of a cognitive delay and not understanding what like the other people are kind of telling you. I don't see
yeah,
that
but
with
I
Elon
think
Musk. I think Elon Musk is kind of more like
isn't
here the fuck I am, and that's it. Like I'm not
isn't
like
autism? Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Autism is or Asperger's is a form of autism. I was just thinking, I'm like, what in my
it
head? I
is.
was like, what the fuck's the difference between autism and Asperger's? And I was like, no, wait, autism's like it's not a set thing. Like Asperger's is part of autism. I think ADHD is not ADHD. I think that's something to do with
Well, I mean, I kind of
cognitive
don't think
shit.
that really exists. I mean, that's
But yeah,
conjured up.
What LB said up here, Asperger's is a form of autism, like she said, and she would know. I think she's probably the most well versed person. But yeah, I was like, autism is like it's like there's like a fucking probably so many different things that would fall under the scale of autism.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with spectrum definitions, because like it's almost like by definition that would cover everything, you know. So they can't be that definition unless
Yeah,
like that spectrum is clearly defined as this is how, or like there's a litmus test or something. But you know, but yeah,
I think a lot of people have fucking undiagnosed shit. I think it's just how the human mind is. It all depends, like, if you got lots of concussions when you were a kid growing up, it definitely can delay some mental shit when you're older.
well, I thought like the crux of autism was not understanding, like, we're not being able to read people to a degree where it negatively impacts your life.
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, but that would be like, there would obviously be like a set, like, diagnosed disorder that would cause that, right? And then that would fall under autism. Like you would just say, "Yo, I got autism," but then if you really want to get into it, you could be like, "I got Asperger's," which is a form of autism. So whatever causes, socially awkwardness and not being able to read people and not putting up boundaries and stuff. I don't know what that falls under.
Yeah, no one is more introverted and one is more extroverted. Like Asperger's is more extroverted. People are kind of breaking like social norms, maybe to say hi to you or something, whatever it is, and that's Asperger's, I think. That's my very
Yeah,
limited understanding.
yeah. There was some kid in my school had Asperger's, and he was exactly like that. Just would come up like right up to your face to say hi, and just like and like you would say something like one time like in cooking class he sat in jam, and then I was like, Paul sat in jam, Paul sat in jam, and then like the whole class started chanting Paul sat in jam, and then he literally just like, I didn't sit in jam, but he like clearly sat in jam, and then he like stormed out of the room. It was just like
Wait, he
you're just
sat
like
in gym and he didn't sit in gym, or
no, like we're in cooking class and he sat in like strawberry jam that was like on the counter and it was
oh,
on his
oh.
pants. And then I was like, Paul sat in jam. And like the whole class started chanting, Paul sat in jam. And then he's like, I didn't sit in jam. But you like clearly could see the jam on his leg. And then he like
Um,
storms out like completely pissed off.
well, I don't know. I would have felt bad in that situation. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
I was a
mean,
fucking dick. I was a dick. But he was like we're family friends. Like his mom was best friends with my mom, so I gave him a little special treatment in cooking class.
so cool.
But he was socially awkward as fuck. But then he grew out of it when he was like earlier, like grade 12 or whatever. He wasn't so socially awkward, but he was still kind of just no boundaries, really. Like I said, there's so many fucking different things. There's no set list of what makes someone not have
Well, yeah, but
Asperger's
I
and
think
shit.
like the real definition is a lot more narrow than it needs to be. Like, I mean, a lot more narrow than it. Well, it should be a lot more narrow. And the people that like really have autism, you know, should. I don't think it
Yeah,
benefits people to like be falsely diagnosed with autism.
yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, it's just so like they don't actually go and take like it should almost be like a 3 year long study on like your behavior and stuff like that to finally get a diagnosis, right? Not a couple doctor's appointments and you know psychiatrist appointments, right? Should be like a couple year long process to actually, because I don't even know. Who knows? Everyone's fucking crazy.
yeah, but you see the catch,
Which one was that?
my last catch.
Oh yeah, your last one. Yeah, that was sweet. That was sweet. In the one in the park, it would look like a park, right?
Yeah, I was at same park. You know that I docked myself, like I showed that should be on camera, Marlboro live camera.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Same park.
Yeah, you were just by yourself too. That was
Yeah,
that was sweet.
sure. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I kind of like mainly like as a default I'll go by myself. But if I can get like a team or catcher to go on, or like if they want to, they can. I mean, but it's kind of a default going by myself. But yeah. It's like, but it's better to kind of like have someone hold the camera and everything, and it's like a good operation. Um,
Yeah, no, that's sweet. You're getting back into it and fucking getting out there. Yeah, no, you should definitely. I guess it's so hard because it's like the states is so big, so hard. And it's like who can you trust to get bring on some new people?
yeah. Well, I started rounding up the Massachusetts catchers, and I said um, like let's get a catch. Started a group chat. So we're coming out of retirement. That was a out of retirement catch.
There's so many fucking Alex fucking has so many catches all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think did he get that? Did the guy get arrested, or I don't know if like
I didn't end up finishing it. I think I
I
watched
thought
like
it cut
three
off or
minutes of
something.
it. And then yeah. His catch, I just love how he interviews. He just like finesses them, tends to be all buddy buddy, gets them fucking talking.
Yeah, had I known, I would have definitely brought Jay and wanted to bring Jay on that catch. I had no idea that was a catch that he caught. Like, I realized it right when the chat said it, like that, because I remember going to court and watching the guy plead guilty. And man, to do it again, though, can you imagine? Like, you get caught, like,
Yeah,
humiliation on the internet, this and that, like, get sentenced or whatever. And
that
he looked
screws
like
loose up there, man. That's some screws. That is. he should be in jail. Like,
yeah, like he walked out, like he actually looked like he like was legitimately stressed out, like he lost weight and everything, but like it's a compulsion, but he's still, it's like given however whatever is going on in his head, he's still re-offended. I can't imagine that.
yeah, I just don't get how that fucking is even attractive. Like little kids, man. It's just fucking it's fucked up. It's really fucked up.
Well, that's really fucked up. But
It's
like,
like that is like, like to like basically walk out of fucking court and to be like, let's try again. Like, like does he maybe I don't know fucking know. No, that's some screws loose up there. That's some true whatever fucking causes pedophilia. That is
yeah,
prime example of it right there is when people literally get caught, get arrested, go to court, get out, get a slap on the wrist, and then they're out there trying again.
yeah, like I don't know what will happen from now on, but yeah, it's like there was something really up with him. I don't know if it was like drugs or whatever it was, but he just he was, well, actually, I mean, he was lucid, but I mean, like he was a fucked up person. Well, I know he wasn't an RSO yet because his thing was like he got like a week continuum without a finding situation. So it'll because all they can do is like throw the most they can throw at them within the law. But I think now the second time around they should definitely do that. But that leads me to think that he must have been reoffending. Like, what are the chances that he's caught twice by a fake kid that he hasn't actually offended a real kid?
Yeah,
Think about,
those odds are pretty low.
like, were we just that lucky to have caught him all of his times he went to attempt to be a pedophile? I don't know about that.
I think he just takes every opportunity he can.
Yeah, and
I just don't get it. Like, fuck, some of these old people that are caught. It's like surprised they even still have like a fucking sex drive, and it's just like, what the fuck are you guys like? It is like I want to know. I just want to like study. Like, I wish you could study brains like better. Like to figure out what's causing that shit.
well, something crazy I heard, which is like the closest that is that they say it was like an issue with not gray matter. I forget what it is, but it has to do with cabling tissue in the brain. So it was like a cross wiring of the parental instinct, nurture instinct, with the sexual instinct.
Weird. Yeah, I could see that. It's like they crisscrossed when they should be separate.
Yeah, that's weird to think about. But it's kind of like, even if it's like that, where like they're wired that way, it should be they should have it identified, so that they can be put out of harm's way as a risk or whatever. But it's like to act on it. It's like, one, if you have like really fucked up thoughts in your head, but it's like to act on it. I don't know. That's crazy. Like it's like this guy must have acted on it. I mean, I believe that.
He
I mean,
had
with two
to
fake
for
kids,
sure.
it's like, imagine meeting a kid at a park with sexual intent. I mean, So confused on who hit the lake on YouTube. Ukraine, Israel, Russia, Communist America. Rod Palmer always talks about communism. Every chat.
Fucking Rod Plummer. I just want to see these Florida catches that everyone's.
Ray should check Sam's bitch ass again. Wait, is Ray back or something? I don't. Is Ray come back? I don't get the Ray situation.
Supposedly Ray actually deleted one of the catches and chat logs and evidence and shit on one of the Florida catches.
Oh, I don't know about that, but
that's the latest news and what Sam was saying on why some of these Florida catches aren't being released. He was like, "Why don't you ask Ray?"
Wait, you mean the other Ray? There's another Ray, I think.
The Ray that was with Sam and Ed and JT on the Florida catches.
I know that Ray, but they're talking about another Ray. Nanya Ray. Nanya. It was a panel where I think the guy's name was Ray, and he had Mike Reed on, and then I think his name was Ray. There's another Ray. Oh yeah, so what's with the non-disclosure agreement? It's by Sam, a non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cannot disclose.
Got JT, and all the people in the Florida catches to sign the NDA. I don't know why. No one knows why, and that's why JT's kind of been exposing it. I guess there's the documentary or something that they're trying to make. It was the footage of the Florida catch. I don't fucking know. Makes no sense. But yeah, an NDA that means nothing. That's probably not notarized.
Isn't that what like a porn star tried to do with Trump, like a non-disclosure agreement? I mean, Trump tried to do with the porn star or whatever.
Yeah, that's a prime example how they don't really work because that bitch actually won some money.
Sam would be someone to try to pay someone to not have information released. Well, I thought it was about. So it was really about the catch. I thought it was.
Yeah, it's about the catches and not to basically release anything to the community type of thing. Ed had a panel recently, and Tommy Boy went up there grilling them. Tommy Boy just did a live about it, actually. Tommy Boy went up there and was like, why aren't they released them? And then Ed cut the live because I guess it would have broke the NDA if they would have kept it streaming.
The NDA with who?
With Sam.
So because of the mighty Sam, they're like, okay, yo, dog, we gotta stop streaming.
Yeah, and I guess they talked about it backstage. So tomorrow, I guess Tommy Boy is going to release what they talked about backstage and then how he's hella disgusted from them.
So yeah, and I guess
their whole thing is they make their whole thing is they grill other catchers about not doing it right, not turning in evidence, Tommy this, Tommy that. And then there they are, as they went on 7 catches for clearly content and monetary gain, not for arrest. They had an RSO, registered sex offender, they met up with. I don't even think they turned it in. Not put out the video. That guy could have true victims. He already has true victims because he's an RSO. And they're just, they don't see how it's, that's fucked up. But, Tommy getting his first, 70 cases thrown out for him being a rookie and not really knowing what he's doing. no excuses for Tommy. You know, he should have done it right. But I think Tommy started catching with, you know, never really wanting to turn in, or, you know, not knowing to turn it in. It was his viewers that told him, like, turn it in. You know, what makes it, you know, what's your right to not turn in these people committing felonies? It's like, oh yeah, you guys are right. So he started turning them in.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really speak to Tommy's situation, but I don't get why people, when they're called out, they just say they try to deflect on something else and say,
Exactly.
"What about Tommy?" I mean, because
And
obviously, I mean,
that's,
I'm not always like I'm not like a pro Tommy person. I mean, you
oh
know,
yeah, I call Tommy out on his things too. Me and him are buddies,
it's
but you know, that's, I'm real with him. Like, I call him out, he calls me out too, but it's like that whole, like, they all deflect to fucking Tommy, but Tommy does this. And that's what Tommy Boy was saying. He's like, who cares if it's 5 catches or however many catches Tommy CPP is, you know, lost because of lack of evidence, blah, 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 blah. He's like, what make, you know, who cares? Wrong is wrong. Not turning them in, wrong is wrong. 1 catch compared to 75, like, it should be all fucking turned in. Like, should be all turned in, or it's just like, then, or just put the videos out there. Like, what's the fucking purpose? So there's obviously something else fucking behind it. But then I'm just like, I don't think the decoying would be bad because it was actually legit decoys that did it for them, that found those people, right? I don't know. It's just fucking weird.
yeah. So they were trying to get their uh like catches to to Netflix, I think.
That's what Jeff said like a couple months ago when it first came out. He's like,
Well, I
so
kind of
you,
saw Jeff questioning people on being a liar and their story not adding up, and I was
yeah.
just like,
So
"That's how ironic."
Jeff's like, you know, I can call the producer of Netflix right now and ask them if you've been in contact with them. Like,
Jeff,
that was like,
Jeff, Jeff.
that was
No,
months
no, Jeff,
ago though.
Jeff to Carlo Jeffing.
Yeah. So that was that, but I don't think it was actually. But their whole thing was to make a documentary. To, you know, it was for, and that's what JT started slipping up, was like, you know, it was for a documentary. It was, you know, an experimental catches, you know, to try and, you know, plan this documentary thing for the Survivors Network. And so I think Tommy Boy's live tomorrow will tell what their true intentions were. But the original excuse was why they didn't release the catches, because they didn't want to be doxxed, because with the police, you know, and stuff like that. So I bet they didn't even really, I bet they turned in 2 out of the fucking 5 catches. The rest they didn't want to because they didn't want to get on body cam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the theory of that is, but like my thing is like I can't put my mind in what like Sam's mind must have been like his mindset must have been at is you're flying out Ed, who's a CP suspect, and JT. And I mean, Ray's just Ray. I mean, you know, but I don't know. And then I don't know. I mean, if I found out that the person that I was catching with was caught with child porn, it's like I don't get how he came to their defense.
Yeah. And he still let him come. And his whole excuse is, well, he was already, you know, on the plane and already on his way. Right. And it's just like, I think any other normal catching group would be like, they would fucking meet him at the airport and interview him there. You know?
Was it? Oh, like rather than buyer's remorse, he didn't. he stuck up for the person who are really
I think
scammed Sam. Because
he
Sam definitely
invested
had
too
no.
much.
Yeah, because Sam definitely didn't know uh about that clearly, and then he learned of it,
Yeah, and
and
I bet when they were doing the catches, they're like, they probably were like, well, we can't call the cops because if they ask for, Ed's name, it's just gonna look really bad. We got a potential CP suspect with us,
so then they made
right?
it
Like
look
it's
worse
just
by
like,
not calling the cops. Oh my god,
yeah. So it's who knows what the whole theories are.
they're the Four Stooges.
But I honestly think the
Oh,
catches that did get turned in, I think it was the decoy that ended up just turning them in, of the one she did or whatever. I'm not too sure though. Don't quote me on that. Like, I'm not even too sure if they called the police on scene.
no, I don't remember seeing much police activity. I just don't remember seeing it. I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
else does. I don't. I remember there was like a couple good catches on there.
Yeah, I think one was released recently, and it was like Ed was like the main interview guy. Ed was the main fucking catcher.
So how would that go? It's just
I
like,
don't know.
yeah, you see,
Exactly.
you watch some CP2. Like where do you watch it at? Can you get that on? What kind of browser? Kill my brother out. Like how would that go? Yeah, catching a predator. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if like his newest channel got nuked or
Who's that?
Ed's, right?
No, he has that. I don't want to promote it, but it's that car wash one. Is the one he's using now.
Car wash?
I don't know. It's 502 Valley Car Wash.
Oh, I almost see. I'm not keeping up with these burner accounts.
I don't fucking know, but that's his main account he's using now. His last one he lost.
Yeah, they're kind of just boring at this point. Just like rambling, false stuff. Yeah, but you see Sam on Hoax Wars? He almost had an aneurysm.
Yeah, that's what I was watching before I jumped on here because I wanted to see that whole panel that Tommy Boy kind of was clipping on his live, and I was like, I want to watch this shit, and then I didn't know Mitch had that channel.
It's like hold the flip on.
Dude,
That's
Tommy Boy gets into his head. Tommy Boy fucking just drives him crazy for some reason. It's just anyone else can ask Sam questions like that, and he doesn't give a fuck. Tommy Boy asks questions about like that. It's the fucking end of the world. Tommy Boy this, Tommy Boy this. Tommy Boy makes the worst content. Meanwhile, he has like 250 people watching him.
Yeah, no, I like listening to Tommy Boy. I listen to Tommy Boy when
Oh, he's
somebody listen
funny.
to when I'm at work.
I like him. He's funny. He has some pretty logical statements and shit too. He's
Yeah, he's had a
asking
bit of voice of reason lately.
he's asking all the same questions that everyone, with the fucking normal fucking mind and is here for the right reasons. It's just too much fuckery going on with, and finger pointing and not it's just, they have a standard where they're allowed to, talk about whoever the fuck they want, bring down whoever the fuck they want, dox whoever they want. But then the second they're fucking doxed or the second they're talked about or blah 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 this, they literally throw the biggest hissy fit, cry victim. It's just like it's so mind boggling. They're fucking the way of thinking and all like the 6 or 7 of them that all chill with Ed and all them. It's all the same people. No new people are coming. No no people are leaving. It's the same people in that little clique of people because they all think the same. They're all the same type of people.
The creep panel community.
Just, yeah. Where they're fucking throwing rocks, what Tommy from CPP would say. They're throwing rocks from glass houses. You throw a rock back, it breaks, and then they're calling the police saying, you broke my fucking window.
Yeah, like Locke coming up to Tommy's with the gun, and then him filing charges.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's bad. I think if
I
you
think Locke. I think he had the gun in his car, but I think he did kind of go in there to kind of scare Tommy. But I don't think he had it on him. Tommy did
that was the
overreact,
context. It was
but
like
it's like,
I saw the conversation before, and it was like basically like, yeah, you talk about my girl, I'm gonna show up. So me
yeah,
thinking
no,
like I would have been prepared. It's like if I think someone is gonna do that, I go into instinct mode,
oh fuck yeah. If it, if you know,
and
if
I'm not
that,
trying to
if
just talk.
no,
Yeah,
if Locke didn't fucking like get off the panel like how he did, then Tommy had all the right to react how he did, right? But if it was like a normal, like if Locke was just like, okay, well, see you later, right? And then he's like showed up, and then Tommy
right.
started like, but like it won't hold up in court at all. The only reason why it's in court right now, Locksmith said it the other night. Weld County has a thing against Tommy. It's not even Locksmith charging Tommy now. It's Weld County picked up the charges and is pursuing it because they fucking hate Tommy. Locksmith said on a panel the other night that he has got the vibe from the detective that he's kept hounding Locksmith about that situation. And he's like, that detective does not like Tommy.
Yeah, then Rod, forget his name, that reporter, Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe, right? Rob Lowe.
Yeah, Rob Lowe.
Yeah, he like showed up about that particular incident. So Rob Lowe showed up to tell me about that particular incident.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, but the worst part was like we're on Hoax Wars and we're explaining to Locksmith like exactly why we had issues with him because again, guilty by association is very like I feel like it is sometimes rightfully given a bad name because it's like people will kind of extend it to association to like when they say words like you allowed this to be platformed, it basically means that you didn't ban certain kind of speech, you know.
Yeah.
And I get how guilty by association can have a bad rap, but when it makes sense, like if you're basically are continuing to have positive exchanges and it's not just having them on my panel because Ed can come up here and I would roast the shit out of him, but that's why he's not here, but it's like they were buddied up, they made like they defended them,
Oh
that's
yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's the whole thing. And then it's the whole other thing, like, yeah, Weld County just fucking hates Tommy because Tommy just talks too much shit on his chit chats about them. I think they legit watch every one of his chit chats. Every time he's on a chit chat, a cop literally drives up his road. Like they're gang stalking him.
I don't know if he in that county or does he have to worry about that county?
No, yeah, that's where he lives.
Oh, he's still there. I thought he moved.
Yeah.
I don't know if he moved out of the county.
No, he's still there. So it's still like if he dials 911, like, from his place,
Oh,
that's
that
who
sucks.
goes.
Why would he just? First of all, why would anyone live in Colorado? It's too expensive. And there's for what mountains, and then you just have Weld County to deal with.
Yeah, it's nice there, but it looks pretty expensive. It's probably like it looks like it's about the same price as where I'm at, and it's
It's not
basically the
nice enough.
same scenery, but it's
Yeah, you can have mountains. You have mountains in New England, but it's like they're affordable mountains. They're not like
yeah.
not million. They're not mountains made out of gold. You know what I mean? Like they have to be some pretty good ass mountains for it to be that expensive. Otherwise, it's a trip.
Is there
You know?
is there do they have state tax in Colorado? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they
I don't
probably
know.
do.
Their taxes are high. Like I don't hear anything good things coming from Colorado, other than they're gonna legalize pretty much anything. Like they'll legalize, or they're gonna legalize psychedelics, which is a good move. How much my rent? My rent's low, but it's 180 a week times 4. How much is that? I don't know.
That's like
Something
seven
something.
something,
Save us some.
seven
Save us some.
something. Where I'm at, like a 3 bedroom like ranch or like 1 story
Do the math.
house goes for like $2,800. That's
So
Canadian though, so that would be like 22 American, 2,200 for like a three
yeah, so
bedroom rancher with a yard and stuff. But if you go to like Vancouver, like the city at Vancouver, the city or Victoria, it's gonna be close to 5 grand a month.
yes, my rent's like 720 a month, which isn't bad, but yeah, it could be like 2,000. I mean, if it's like it was like a in the wrong area.
I've always said I wish I lived in the States. Ever since I was younger, I was always like, man, the States look so much better. Just so
So go to
much.
the States. The fuck you
I
doing?
know. I know. It's
Gotta make it happen.
it takes quite a bit to actually like move over there and stuff. But when I was like 18, right out of high school, I was literally gonna buy a motorcycle and just go out to Cali. Never got around to it. I was still
Yeah.
skateboarding back then, so
Yeah. Basically, all my adult life, I moved every like year and a half. So, but I ended up back where I started in Marlboro. Yeah, I think I want to catch in Mass mainly, like, cause they, like I would travel in other areas, but
I think
like
it's
you can't
better
have
if you
seasonary.
like what Alex has going on. He's put so much work in to get where he's at, but I think if you just grind where you're at, grind your state,
Yeah,
I think it'll just go. It'll be easier for you.
yeah,
You
like that's
won't
my
have to.
foundation.
You won't have to get so many donations from people and worry about finances. The farthest you have to. I don't know how big Mass is, but
Oh, they cut out. Yeah, if I can do it full time by financing if I can do full time, like if I can do it full time catching, I would do it.
fuck yeah, and if you're good and put out numbers and shit, people fucking like to help with that shit, right? So a lot of people wish they can go out and catch and decoy themselves, but they just can't find the time to do it. So helping financially is another way where they can feel like they're helping the cause, right? But when you're giving it to someone that's putting out 2 catches a year and grifting for gas money, but then
Yeah, I mean,
not putting out a catch, right? It's just like there's a lot of shady things people do to take advantage of those people that like to help, right? But I'm not saying you the way you preach, like for the longest, like a month ago, you're like, I don't want donations. I never want donations. I
Right.
would never take a donation. You're like, it's just like, but it's, if you want to do it full time, you will have to take the donations. But it's just like,
Well, I mean, all I would need it to do is just scale the monetization money. I mean, because that's like kind of just one way of income for predator catching. Where I feel that for donations, it's too convoluted for me to. But monetization is kind of more. That's what people are buying for on a transactional basis, and then if that can add up to something steady and almost like go up to full time, then I'll be able to kind of wean off and dedicate more effort towards it long term. But
exactly.
but yeah, I'm planning on keeping it that way, but the prices to just be low. So it's like if there's like, I don't know how it works, but if there's like, once locals members, if it got up to like 1,000, then that's 2,000, then it's 1,000, I guess how it would equate to. Um, you know, then it's like it's how you scale it.
Yeah, like the more people you get, you can lower the price, and then it still kind of, equals out. As long as you're not making a huge profit, like because people are so fucking weird. They'll like count shit and fucking, yeah, as you can see how some of these people in this community are. They literally like, you fucking piss one person off, and then they're starting a fucking PC and drama 69.0.
Yeah, me and yeah, like mine's like $2. I said at locals.
Oh, that's like, even like that's pretty low too. I would do like, $5. I would do maybe four or $5 to start off with, like, your first few catches, and then, maybe tell people like every 100 members, I'll lower it down $1 type of thing.
Yeah, you can see that. I've been kind of just saying like, look, I'll have it $2, and then if it's on my website, if like anything third party, it'll be $2. Then if it's on my website, I'll make it $1, and anyone can like the more like basically it's kind of like a guarantee that'll keep it at that price.
Fuck yeah. No, that's, it's only this day and age, it's the only feasible way, man, because you got to buy for, like, what happens if like you're on a catch and the cop wants to take your decoy phone? Like, no login, no SIM card or anything. Like, you have to go buy a new phone after that, right? There goes $100 right there.
Yeah.
So you got to prepare for things like that too, right? So
Well, yeah. I mean, I got like basically I got like three decoy phones. Like there's two backup decoy phones that are kind of they're not so good. They're like cheapest phone you can get. About $50 Family Dollar phones. But then there's like that good phone I have and my personal phone, but I don't
yeah,
connect that. But yeah. But yeah, it's kind of just like I'm gonna do everything I can to facilitate MVCap, and then I think that if it's supported, then it'll do well. Just kind of just trust that if the right things are done, then the right things will happen, kind of thing. And yeah, I'm gonna give that to an editor, and we're gonna put that on MVCap, the big one.
oh sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think you'll do good. You'll do good at it. I know you got lots of experience. Fuck the fucking catches you've been on in the past, and you've got the biggest fucking balls out of all the catchers.
the catches, the catches were unfortunate.
You fucking literally jumped in the car with that fucking pred, went for a ride. Literally fucking as a decoy.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the known tale of the predator catching community. That catch is only up on one channel now. I get that, my locals.
That's sweet too. Like you do kind of got like the advantage too. Like if you decoy like a like a 14-year-old boy, like because your height and stuff, you can just put your hoodie on, sit in the park,
Yeah, so it's kind of
and
like
just
the predator can come to me instead of me being like basically looking like I'm accusing a guy that seemingly didn't do anything wrong. Like they
exactly
go to me.
like chill in a park. Make sure you go to a park where there's like of course no kids around and stuff. And, people
Right. Yeah.
fucking bitch about bringing a predator into Walmart or stuff like that, where you're bringing a potential fucking incident with the public, right? But yeah, you got the fucking upper hand on that. Just chilling up, fucking sit on a park bench or something, and be like, "I'm chilling here at the park. Come chill." Right? Or you
Yeah.
don't say that, or you just you know what to
Well,
say,
actually,
but
you know
it's
what I
just
said
like,
as my story is like when he started getting sketched out, I started making up a story that the teenager, the decoy, like bought weed off his friend or whatever, which would kind of possibly explain like me talking to the live. So I was thinking like that. It's like you
yeah,
think like a couple steps ahead of them. So I was thinking like, oh, are you like worried? Are you gonna get me in trouble about the weed, or like is that why you were talking like that, or like act like the make the decoy sketched out too, because then the decoy doesn't know, you know, like we'll be going into a situation they're not going to be supposed to be like in either, because they think they'll be in trouble. But like it's like you got to play like that to show your nervousness, like of
yeah,
like yeah. So it's like then yeah. So it's like psychology games. But that guy, I mean, twice, twice.
some
He wanted me to go into his car. I was like, and the like he was standing right at that creepy church, like, and he was like basically like hiding behind a tree, and was like, just okay, put your phone in your backpack. I just okay now put it in your backpack and follow me. Then I just stayed there and saw what happened, and he came up to me like, "Fuck you,
it's
you're a
like
creep, you're caught."
you saw you put your phone
And
in
he
the
annoyed me because he
backpack.
was just like, "Bro, I almost want to go out. I can easily just like catch you right now. Just fucking come here. Like if you make me go over there, there'll be a lot more crankier of an envy cat. I mean, just do what you're supposed to do. It's over. The jig's up."
Yeah, when I saw that
Yeah.
you're alive, I was like, "Oh, this is an Alex couch," and I was like, "Oh, what?" Like it's fucking Ryan.
It's an envy. It's a Ryan catch, non-violent catch. Yeah, but that was good to catch him at my home city. Marlboro's my home city. Um, you know, that was a good place to catch him. Like it really had like sentimental value that like I want to catch as much as I can here.
Yeah,
So that
cleaning up the streets of your hometown.
yeah, I really feel like it's like bring some kind of meaning, um, you know, to uh, yeah. I mean, there really is like a sentimental meaning to it. Like it's like the city I grew up. Like I know all the places around there, and even the place that I caught the predator at, and I'm seeing these people like these monsters online, and then they show themselves in real life, and they left in cuffs because Marlboro PD took adequate action.
That's sweet. It feels fuck. That probably feels so good. I've always wanted to fucking get into it, but I wouldn't be able to call the cops here because fucking Canadian laws are so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, for now, it's kind of more like I remember before it was like an adrenaline pumping situation. Now it's kind of more like I'm preparing for a flight kind of situation. It's
Yeah,
like it kind of toned from like like an action adventure like thing where like adrenaline thing like never seen it before to like you're going down a list like you're kind of stressed out. It's like a kind of like a preparing for a flight. Like I would say that. It's kind of just more routine now. But it's but yeah, in Canada, it's like a child luring law. I think that's what they call it in Canada. Depending where you are, you're on the west side of Canada, so I don't know. Fuck out of that place.
Yeah, it
There's
says
nothing there.
like
Why are you there?
RC, yeah, RCMP. So there's like it depends if you're in a city or a town that has like a private because like each municipality has you can vote. The town can vote if they want like a private police force or just the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, right? They're like across all of Canada. They don't got any jurisdictions. They can investigate on the west side or west coast of Canada and on the east coast. The same cop can, right? But so like Vancouver, for example, they have Vancouver Police, right? They're a private police department. They would probably do something, but I know for a fact RCMP would take offense to exactly what happened to that Surrey creep catchers guy. They
Yeah,
took
what?
him down. They took him down for harassment and like uh, obstruction to justice, something like getting in the way of an investigation or something.
Yeah, they always make this argument about they'll say something like it will hurt one of the other investigations. I don't get that argument still.
Yeah, their whole thing is like your potential. Like we could be investigating this, and be doing it right. And I'm doing air quotes right now because most decoys know how to do it right by the law because they want to see them fucking go down, right? But it's just like I think it's just a power trip too. But RCMP, they're not funded enough. They don't really, you know, who knows? I think maybe if there was enough social media, like if a catch went viral, then they would maybe do something. But it's like if I was like going out, doing what CPP does and doing what all these other catchers like on the regular, they would probably just get annoyed with me and then just threaten me with, harassment or, you know,
Yeah,
interfering with police, fucking whatever.
yeah. See, like, I feel like the the DAs that take cases kind of have like the idea that you're not going to be able to stop an adult and a citizen from doing what they have the right to do. Like even if you wanted to, you can't stop them from doing that. And like what they'll say is like that they're not going to take cases from predator catchers to stop them. Is what some of the DAs say.
But it's like, yeah,
Stupid.
that's kind of like contradicting, like,
Because like
it's like,
it is a contradiction because it just goes again like it goes in a full loop where it says
so you're not going to
that's
take a
the point.
case. Like, what happens if someone reports a robbery or something? Like, there's no fucking difference, right? Like, someone that, filmed a fucking bank robbery on their cell phone happening and then called it in, right? You're going to give that evidence in. It's the same, you got a video of him committing the crime. Like, there's no fucking difference really on, like, on the paper, on legal wise. Laws have been broken. A citizen has evidence. Like, yeah, makes no sense.
Yeah. Um.
Especially if the decoys like chats are like on point, like so innocent, and the pred's just fucking the only one, like
For
hint,
mine, it's
hinting at any
always
sort of hangout, hinting at any sexual thing, like
Yeah, it's like for mine, I always kind of like repeatedly I'm like, I don't know what that means, and then the predator explains it even. It's
Yeah.
always like I always go further. I always even it's not even not initiating it. It's the predator does everything. If you saw my chat logs, like it would
Fuck
of
yeah.
that
That's
catch,
how you're
it
supposed to
would
do it.
it's really like the like yeah. I don't know. I guess I probably should show like a. I'm trying to think if I should create a version where I put the chat logs out, but like some of it's censored where it's like the maybe the phone number, something like that. But
Yeah. I would maybe do it like after, like if the cops to arrest and like maybe there's a conviction or something, or the charge or a plea. Maybe do it like release the chat logs after like the investigation's all out and over and done with, right? Or you could fucking, when you release your catch, when you edit it, have like some of the, the nasty chat logs like coming up, that, like flashing on the screen type of thing.
yeah,
That would be pretty sweet. No catchers really do that when on their edits.
well, it's kind of because of YouTube though. Now,
Oh yeah, I guess
from
so.
now, it's like YouTube kind of like the reason why it's like people are like predator catchers are disappearing. It's because of YouTube.
Yeah,
And
if you get banned once and then you're ban evading, it's just like, the whole thing with Alex and Tommy now. Any account that they make, they're just gonna get banned right away for ban evading.
yeah, um, yeah. So I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I want MVCat to have this website. I've already got the domain. I'm not gonna say what it is, but um, I have a person in mind for that's gonna be hosting. I'm going for hosting, and they said that if Google approaches them, then even he's not gonna take it down if
Yeah.
there's no good reason, unless we're like scam people or something, which we're obviously not. You know.
Yeah, that new streaming thing like Twitch, that Kick one, that CI or the KICK one, like that one supposedly is like really like they're like Rumble of the live streaming thing. They let like a lot of things just, you know, free speech. The only thing they don't allow is nudity, basically.
Oh,
So it's like a new. It's like Twitch TV, but it's like a new one. I keep telling Tommy to do his live streams on there, like just do the live catches on there, and then he can like do the premieres and stuff elsewhere. Because if you do it on there, and they monetize like really easy too, you can get monetized really quick on there. I think you only need like 75 followers and like fucking 200 people chatting in chat or something like that. Like it's really fucking easy to get monetized over there. Check it out. Telling you.
oh, I'm back. Yeah. Yeah, so it's okay. So is it available on like all right, so I'm actually gonna go to it.
Yeah, it's KI. It's basically kick.com. KICK, not the fucking chatting fucking pedo kick. It's the fucking
Pedal
it,
kick.
it's the new
Oh,
kick.
kick
It's the one
beta.
that yeah, it's the one that fucking Fousey Tube was streaming on that went crazy the last month ago.
I missed that. I don't know what that's. I know what FouseyTube is, but I don't know about just like stuff like that. Like what happened?
I don't know. Basically, he came back to live streaming and then went and then got partnered on that kick site and then just basically went hella manic and then was
Oh
just
wait, that was with that stalker.
Yeah, the one guy that threatened to kill him in the hotel room and stuff like
I
that.
saw.
Yeah, that was the end of it. That was before he went into the mental hospital. So that
Oh, I
was
didn't.
the live streaming website he was on when he was that. So they let a lot of things go. So you would never get a live shutdown if you streamed on there. The only thing is I don't know how you would. No, yeah, you could use OBS and stuff like that on your phone, I think, right? Like, how do you stream to like
I mean,
multiple things?
I use
Because
OBS, but I use it on my computer.
like you would have to take the stream key from Kick and then put it into whatever thing you're using. So I don't know if they
Yeah, is it like is it like a big platform? Like,
it is pretty, it's big now. It's getting bigger now. Like every fucking week it's getting more and more people. So it's a lot of people use it, but the only thing is I don't think they have mobile yet. They're making a mobile app within like they said before the new year. They'll have a mobile app that you'll be able to go live from your phone.
yeah, I just made an account. I'll
But
check
like
it
if you
out.
go to like the monetize like the partnership thing, it's so easy. Like you would probably if you got like, you know, 1,000 people to follow you on there in like one day and like one live stream, they would probably contact you and be like, "Do you want to be a partner?" And then you get like subscriptions. They only take 5% too, so it's 95% to the creator, 5% to the to the website or whatever.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I mean that could be back on the predator catching.
Yeah, it that would like if I were to start catching, that's the fucking one I would use. But look into it more. They might have a mobile thing. There might be a way to, because I see people do in real life live streaming on there. So obviously there's a way to do it on your phone, right? So I think if you have like OBS or whatever on your phone, like you know how some catchers they multi-stream to like YouTube, Facebook, and something else.
Yeah,
You
you can
take
multi-stream. Yeah,
and you take your stream key or whatever, and you have to put it in, and then it fucking that's what you would have to do on Kick, and it would be pretty simple.
yeah. I want to try StreamYards on Instagram to go live, but yeah, on Instagram's kind of
But yeah, I know it's growing. That
um,
Kick site's growing. More people are going over from Twitch to Kick because it's just less rules. Like you can actually fucking don't really have to worry about shit to get banned for.
I don't get people how they watch these gaming streams. Like they'll obsess over like these gamers or whatever that I'll never hear of. Like, and they'll just
Yeah,
be like, I don't get it, bro. You watching
yeah.
people play video games?
There's a couple of them I watch, but I don't watch for the video games. Like I watch it because I think they're entertaining. But yeah, there's some where it's just like literally the gamer's just sitting there not saying a word, and it's just him playing the game. And then he has like 400 people in his chat, and it's like, the fuck? Like,
I don't see how that could be interesting at all.
yeah,
Be like, all these people who walk by me in real life, like that like, oh, like that person's a Twitch streamer. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, but that 400 people watching this, like in fascination,
yeah.
it's like I do not understand the
A lot
appeal of
of
that.
it's a
Or
lot of
video
it's
games.
it's people that are like they like that game, so they just because it's a game they like, they're just watching it.
Yeah, isn't life enough as a game? Like, so they must not be adults then. I mean, like, life's enough of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Dennis Tommy's internet software advisor. He's also paid $3 a month. Is that true? You're paid
No.
$3 a month.
He's fucking. This guy's always trolling. I fucking don't know who it is though.
I mean, MVCap could pay $1. I mean,
See, I
I
always
don't.
thought it was Anthony Cruz, but Anthony Cruz is chatting up there, so it's.
Yeah, you never know with the alts. And people will just claim that they'll be like, "Well, your alts are here." I remember Billy used to think that I had all these alts that I never had any alts. He was like, "Well, you're all these alts that you never said you were." Okay, so prove that. They're like, "Well, prove you're not those alts." Gotcha. Like the fuck? You can't prove it. You can't prove that. It's a negative. Dot. Someone said a dot.
Oh,
But yeah, trying to think of any more Sam shenanigans to explain. Is there any more Sam stuff to talk about? I think it's already a done topic. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Sam is. I think he's. I don't fucking know. That fucking email too. Fucking Tommy Boy tried sending Sam an email to that Survivors Network, and then Tommy Boy got this like automated fucking email, like it was like from like a real business, like all like slanted writing, like, sorry, we're not in the office right now.
What the
Like,
fuck?
yeah,
Wait, that came from Sam?
yeah,
We're not in the office right now. What the
or some
fuck?
shit like that. It was fucking. Oh, dude, the
Like
guy. I
the
don't know. He just.
spellings.
I think he like came into this community thinking he was like gonna get rich or something.
No,
Like,
he just came into like with a bunch of these stunts. Like his first one was the first one I was like, I don't know if this was his first sighting. I'll just call it that. But it was the CPP Sam Holiday
oh
Challenge.
yeah.
That was the start. Now I got an email. Well, I guess all the other catchers got an email. But I remember getting this email and I was just like, "What is this?
It's so
What is
weird,
this?"
dude.
And
He
yeah,
tries
I
to
thought it
act
was
all
like I was starting to think
professional and
like
shit.
I was kind of getting nervous because I thought that thing had a virus. It looked like very bad. Like it wasn't like well put together. It looked sketchy. It was like,
He's
yeah,
just, I don't know. He's such a character, dude. He's like, oh, I've ran 5, 6 successful businesses. And I'm in my head, and I'm like, and you have all this fucking time to, you know, put on holiday challenges, and I don't know. The guy's just fucking.
I mean, he's not a very good. I don't believe that. I mean, I don't. I'm not saying that because of like he didn't provide receipts or whatever. But it's just like he doesn't make good business decisions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's like if he runs fucking his 5, 6 businesses, like how he tried running fucking the Survivors Network or his YouTube channel.
Like everything he touches dies. Everything he does fails.
Backfires. Yeah,
I cannot see
blows.
a successful business just like running really well under Sam, unless it's with his like daddy's money or some situation like that. I don't know. Maybe a billion makes a million, you know. Um, but I don't. Yeah,
The whole DUI thing too, where he's like, "Yep," and I got you guys all everyone that was in that panel where I was smoking, and you guys all said I didn't inhale. I put you guys all down as witnesses on my DUI to testify for me that, I do not inhale. You guys see me smoke and I do not inhale. It's just like, oh my God, he's literally.
imagine a judge reading that. I would just be like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What is it like?" People on the internet saying you didn't inhale a drug you're not even being charged for. It's like, excuse you.
He's literally a fucking character. He's like a Norton.
I'd be like,
Definition
go
of a
back to jail
Norton.
and think about what you did, what you said. Now make him another better defense. Anyway,
This guy Dan has a drunk hangover's friends with benefits voice. What the fuck? This
what kind of voice
fucking
do you
guy. I don't know. Dan has a drunk hangover friends with benefits voice.
Nah,
80s.
you sound like a Canadian. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
sound east.
yeah,
I sound like an Eastern Canadian
yeah. You sure
from
do.
Quebec.
I thought you were Canadian for the longest time.
Canadian recognizes Canadian. I'm technically Canadian through lineage, but not. Well, allegedly not from birth. But I got some questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask some Canadians who what they know.
But yeah, I'm excited for fucking Tommy Boy's video tomorrow. Like, I want to see what was said in that backstage fucking convo.
Oh, so we got a backstage exclusive, like I put out with the it was like the Hebrew one. Only he did
Yeah.
that.
So that panel they were on yesterday, where the last thing that was said was from Mandingo, and he was like, "So Sam, why weren't those Florida catches put out?" And then Ed killed the live, and then they went backstage, and then they talked about something, and
That's when you
supposedly,
turn OBS on.
yeah. And then Tommy Boy said he's like, I left that panel disgusted more than I've ever been disgusted before. Like, some shit came out. JT, I guess, spilt a bunch of beans. So I think Sam is mad at JT right now. Or no, Sam said that Tommy Boy was taking advantage of drunk JT on breaking the NDA. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's like I did backstage when it was Ed when Ed did a panel and he was so cocky when he said it. He was like, "Yeah, I ended the stream, so this is all off the record." However he said it, whatever. But he was like, "Yeah, no, we're good, we're good. I ended the live." Because the other one was like concerned about that. But then I was like, "No, I'm not putting this all up. This has all been recording on OBS." And so
Yeah, and JT is a fucking he's he's a
well,
scary one.
apparently it's like I mean, he went from weird. Like, here's the thing: Sam wanted to split hairs about the on which end comment, which was like just clarifying the question. But he wants to call whatever JT was doing and allegedly calling teenagers like gorgeous and wanting to sexually assault them, and then he's calling that art. What?
Yeah.
He's calling that art. Like, notice the hypocrisy. Like, that's the standard like if you just by saying like Alma Chen clarifying a question, that will set off CPP Sam, but he'll call whatever JT Colfax did art. Like it's not a double standard going on.
Oh, there's
No,
fucking
yeah.
triple standard with them. It's just like it's fucking weird. Like, you could literally write a book about them and their fucking logic.
I think that's with me too. It's like a quarter. Well, actually, no. I took a I took a test which basically says that ethnically, I'm not from like ethnically I'm not from Canada. I'm more from like kind of Europe ish areas. Pretty much mostly Europe, but that's just where they immigrated to and got the couture name.
LARP. Like, straight up LARP. He fucking, that guy just rambles on and on and on and on and on. And fucking, He says the most creepiest shit. He's literally fucking like, I think he fucking killed that John A. Ramsey fuck or whoever fucking whatever that case is.
I'm a king. I'm a king.
Kane.
I'm an African king. Kang. There should be a segment called Rod the Plumber, where Rod just says his stuff. Gotta get him a platform. Rod is our king. Is that Gen A or is that can't be the actual Gen A? I don't think. Jackson's gonna do this community some good soon. Are you asking for the Queen's English or American's English? More of a Canadian. So, does Canada still? There's some connection between Canada and England. I noticed between like they would worship the same king, not worship, but if that's the right
Yeah,
word.
it's the same. We're under like the same. Can't remember what it's called, but yeah, we got the Queen on our money and shit, and yeah.
So you got like the Queen of England's money? Oh, wait.
It looks exactly the same, but it just says Canada on it. But we have the same people on our money as they do.
So you're knocking off England.
Basically the British came over here and this wiped out all the native people, First Nations, put them in reservations, and that's what started like civilization over here. And same with the States, but then that's what I think the Civil War was about.
Wait, so is Canada like the America if they never surrendered?
Exactly.
Oh wow. So they got Englanded.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
British came over here and just same with like the States. It was basically right across everywhere, right? And then I think don't quote me. I think that's what the Civil War was America, becoming independent, right? Because before we were all run under the same fucking whatever it's called, democracy or something like that.
Monarchy?
Yeah, monarchy.
Yeah. Yeah, and so now it's just like a little, basically the size of a state, like England. I mean,
Yeah, what terminology said there?
Britain. Britain controlled Canada. British Empire was most powerful before America. Yeah. Rod Plummer called Cap an ostrich.
The shit they used to do it like they did to the fucking Native Americans. It's fucked. They're finding like the residential schools. So basically, they would go into like native towns and then basically like take all the fucking kids away from their families, put them in residential schools. So
Yeah,
right now,
did you
they're
know
finding like so many unmarked graves of like hundreds of kids at these like old schools. Like they're doing LIDAR on the ground and they're finding like, hundreds of fucking skeletons of like school age kids that were never documented, that they died, shit like that. It's fucked up.
Yeah, could you imagine you ever see Manhattan when it was like just an island? Like
Like old pictures, I think so. Yeah,
yeah, like what they say it looked like. Could you imagine being like knowing what it would become and then just being like, yeah, it's kind of just an inexpensive place. We don't really know how much value it is. Like they sold it for a ridiculously cheap amount of money. Like
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know how much
crazy.
it was, but it was like, but that's how they got Manhattan. Imagine buying Manhattan.
It's fucked. Like here, they put like all the reservations, like so, like when they like took all the land from the natives, they like gave land to the natives where they could live. They're like, so you guys can have this section of land, and basically they gave all like the shit land to the natives, like all like the floodplains, all like the fucking areas that don't have like any natural resources. Like basically moved them into areas like set them up to fail. So like here, it's like so right now, Canada and the First Nations are like, they're coming to peace. The Canadian government's like, cutting. Like if you had a grandmother or something that got put in residential school, you're getting like a fatty paycheck and stuff from the government. And
Yeah, so I have a question. Like, right when you cross the border, go from Canada to America, does shit like really change? Like, let's say I'm going from I don't know if like on my side, I don't know if you've been on the east side. Yeah, east side. But if I were to start going from Vermont to Montreal, would I notice like a big change?
Montreal probably because like French, there would probably be a lot of French signs. But like anywhere else, there's no real good feel, like big feeling. Biggest feeling is like the first gas station you'll see is you'll notice either a really big hike in the price or a very like for me, I'd be like shocked on how cheap your guys' gas is. But Montreal, Quebec, they're all that's not even that's like a different type of Canadian, Canada. But yeah, you would notice it from the French signs in Montreal for sure. But like if you're going to Seattle to like Vancouver, like the West Coast, you wouldn't notice anything. It's all like looks the same.
Yeah, was someone gonna do another last stream or was I heard Cap was gonna go live?
Fuck, it's only 9 o'clock. Why does it feel so much later?
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock here. It's midnight. I turn 29 tomorrow, technically.
Damn. Almost 30, yeah. I'm 32.
Yeah.
32.
What's turning 30 actually like?
Man,
What was it
nothing.
like for you?
Nothing. I don't really have much of a social life. I didn't really get up to much, but you do feel a bit different when you hit 30.
It's
Depressing
life
feeling. It's like almost like a depressing feeling. It's like fuck, I'm 30. And then you start thinking about your last 30 years. And then you start thinking about, damn, I only got like 30 more years of work left. And then I can retire.
that's depressing.
But
Damn.
no, it's,
That's a depressing outlook.
oh, ghetto gremlin. You said, yo, since we are talking about French Canada, what's the reputation of Quebecois, Quebecois chicks? I think I think the rep for them is I think they got hairy armpits or some shit like that. I'm not too sure. All I know is like all Quebec people are like separatists of Canada. They don't think they're Canadian. They think they're like better than every other Canadian. Like Quebec literally wants to become its own country.
Why don't we let them? Why don't they let them?
I don't know. And then yeah, I'm on my phone, so I'm only clicking like the chat thing once in a while.
Wait, is it possible we could see a certain nation within Canada claim their own independence?
Yeah, I think that's what Quebec, they've voted many times to try and do that.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah, Quebec is like they still really like enforce the French there. Like everything's French. Every other part of Canada is like French is like it's barely used here. Barely used. Like I don't even know how to speak French. Go to the east coast of Canada, more people speak French there.
Yeah, everyone at my work knows Spanish, so I always hear Spanish. I want to learn Spanish, just to learn these Spanish conversations.
Yeah, Gremlin, I think like any French Canadian girl's gonna be crazy, wild, fucking a nutcase. But who knows? It just might be how they sound when they talk, right? That's all it is. Their accent makes them sound different than they probably are.
That's all it's about. Well, actually, I say it like a boat. It's like an oot. It's like a perpetual oot. It turns into an oot.
Alberta has the strongest. Like people from Alberta, you know they're Canadian. Like they're and they just sound so they embellish the Canadian accent so much.
It's like a
It
bow.
drives me fucking mental.
Oh, yeah. Something you can see a lot of oots at. Um, this is an interrogator that we interrogated a serial killer. Um, that serial killer, I forget his name. Um, but yeah, he he was like a colonel in the military, and then he was found out to be this. Yeah, he did a lot of weird shit, but he was found to. He was arraigned in Canada. Who's oh, I don't know.
But I just watched this fucking series on Apple TV. Fuck, what was it called? Fuck, it was good. It was only like 6 episodes. Ah, fuck, it was about some serial killer that was like mentally ill. Fuck, what was it? Yeah, it's new on Apple TV. Can't remember what it's called, but look it up. It's fucking good. The same type of thing. It's about some guy that gets charged with drugs, and then while he's in jail, they recruit him into like going into this psych hospital prison to like try and get the serial killer to tell him where he buried like 60 bodies or something like that.
Yeah. I have a question? How would you do a catch? Well, let's say we throw Dan Islander into the catching wilderness, and you're a catcher. Like what app would you use? How would you do it?
Like to decoy and stuff, or to like what would I like live stream it on and shit, like everything. Like
Yeah,
I would
whichever.
probably just use YouTube at first, see if until I like get fucking kicked off. But I don't know what I would probably use. Fucking, I'd probably use some sort of dating app here. I don't know which ones because I don't even know which dating apps are out there now. But I'd basically do everything kind of the same as majority of other casters. The only thing is I got a temper. And someone says something stupid to me, I might flip out, start yelling and shit back.
Yeah, it's kind of like for me, it was kind of because a lot of it actually it wasn't real like actual anger or frustration because you have to an extent assert yourself so that the predator doesn't It's like there's a balance between asserting yourself enough and
not
with
intimidating them type shit.
not intimidating them, right? Yeah. It's like at
Where I
first
would
they
have troubles at. That's where I would have troubles if I had a stubborn, stupid fucking pred in front of me saying stupid shit. Like that's where I would have a problem. But I'm pretty like talkative to like just random people, so I can like I'd probably try and like go on like more like an Alex type of thing, like be nicer to them, try and just buddy get them to open up like that type of thing.
Yeah, wait, what's going on with Nevermore and so Ed's doing a stream now, and is Nevermore hosting that stream?
I'm not sure.
Apparently this was going on.
Yeah, should we commence the dragon?
Yeah, we drag here. I mean, we burn people in firewood. So
Yeah. We're just filling in the gaps with regular talk. I can pull it up on my I'll fire up my PC here. I'm taking a hoot.
wait, hold on, I'm seeing something. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just seeing something.
Yeah, this is. I don't like doing. I usually go on StreamYard and shit on my computer. It sucks on the phone. You can't pull up like YouTube or anything and watch at the same time.
Yeah, so yeah,
Dude, people just like you can tell like who like it's so easy to tell who these alts are too by the way they type. Like I could spend probably an hour and figure out a lot of these alts just by the way they type.
so
Cap's the fucking topic of the night for the haters, that's for sure. Cap and Tommy Boy, they get under their skin so much.
yeah, I guess so. Are they coming through? The Adviticans?
Yeah, I think like Ed and all them, they all like Sam falls asleep to Tommy Boy for sure. The like thoughts of Tommy Boy. Tony 930.
Puzzle.
Tony 930.
I'm 30, eh?
You will go to sleep, or I'll put you to sleep. You can have a glass of warm
I just call
glass
him
to shut the
Mandingo
hell up.
FCC.
You will go to sleep, or I'll put you to sleep. You're in my house, Grandma.
I call just Mandingo FCC. I'm not gonna change names.
Fuck, I hate that guy. He sounds too much like FTK, though. I get them mixed up a lot.
Nah, I know the difference. Well, it's kind of like I met FTK, so it's yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's a difference.
Yeah, Mandingo. Fuck. There's something sus about him.
I haven't had something lately to call him out on, but it was kind of easy to pick from. I would have to write it down because I forget. Like, it would just kind of be a bunch of stuff like comments, but I'll forget a comment and I won't be able to remember. So,
Yeah, he's fucking. I don't know. I don't know why. Like they just won't think it's fucking weird. The whole Ed situation. Like they're still sitting there, like acting like it's not a big deal. You know, not a big deal, but sitting there like fucking judging other people. Ed can be found innocent until proven guilty, but everyone else is guilty until proven innocent.
yeah, they would not have that standard if it was the other way around. I mean, I think before it used to be a situation where like people like Ed and Bill had like say in the community, but now they're not even in the community. They're just kind of in their own community now.
Yeah, they're like their own pact. I wouldn't even call them a community. They're a fucking who knows what they are, but it's fucking weird.
Weirdo gang gang. The creep panel community.
But you just notice like there's no new people going besides like Young Savage. That's the newest person going up there, but there's like no new people, no old people leaving. It's all like the same people, day in, day out, white knighting.
Yeah. If you want to drag FCC, we can. I mean, I just need ammo for that.
Yeah, we need someone that Cap, I
Yeah,
say
yeah.
so. Fuck FCC, guy's a little fucking cunt. I just picture him like a little 120-pound Mexican guy with like a poo stash and a fucking bowl cut, black bowl cut.
Black
That's what
bowl
I
cut.
that's what I picture FCC to look like.
Yeah. So actually, if Cap will carry the live atmosphere going on, we'll bridge it to Cap. I think we found a torch to pass it.
Yeah, I think he
Yo,
said he
please
was
don't
gonna
judge me
pull
for
up.
what Oh, this is highly anticipated. Yo, please don't judge me for what I'm about to do.
Ryan, do you want Cap to pop live or he can pull up here?
I think he's gonna pop alive. I mean, anyone can come up here. I mean, that's very easy. If they want to come up here, they want to do a live. I think his plan is to do a live, which means that
Well, I think he said he's
they're
firing up
probably
his
better off.
PC and he said he'll pull up here and then he's just confused. So if you're jumping off, he'll pop alive, but if you're staying live, he'll jump up here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we've been live for a minute, so
I got like another half hour, 45 in me, and then could movie and snuggies.
I'll take it. Give me 5 minutes, bro. Yeah, so Cap's going live.
Oh, wicked, wicked, wicked.
Is that a bowl?
Yeah, just grinding up some bud.
Yeah.
Packing a bong to him.
Yeah, now edibles are very strong to me now. Or if I have
I haven't
like
eaten edibles in a while.
no, I just have the gummies. I hate any kind of like chocolate stuff like that. But uh, who is this person? Hold on, let me figure this one out. I gotta do solo layout.
Oh, it's just me now. Oh, that was close. That was close.
Hold on, Goyim. Say your piece. You're there. You're on. Okay, I saw a face, so I'm just gonna assume you're good. You're actually a person.
I'm a very real person, okay? I'm from Israel.
Oh, it's fucking Jimmy.
Who the fuck is that?
Jimmy.
Who's Jimmy?
Damone.
I wasn't Damone. Was that Damone? That sounded on Damone Lake.
Sounded like Damone to me.
All right. Well, you're really there. Before I was lying because I thought you were porn bombing. But
I don't know. Don't quote me on that. It sounded like him, but now he's not talking.
What were you guys talking about?
that doesn't sound like Damone. That's not Damone.
Sounds like he's trolling.
It sounds
What do you
like an
mean I'm trolling?
impersonator.
I'm literally being attacked by evil Palestinian
Oh,
goyim
it's
right now.
fucking Mandingo.
Wait, it's at FCC?
Yeah.
I'm being attacked by Palestinian goyim right now.
No, that's not FCC.
There's two
That's
of them
not
on
really
stream with me right
FCC.
now. It's two
That's not
Palestinian
really
goyim
FCC.
attacking me right now. They're stabbing me in the back. Oh.
That's kind of rude.
I think that's a knockoff FCC.
How dare you approach my borders, okay? I'm not FSS or whatever your name is, okay? I'm not a Nazi.
FTK.
So who are you?
My name is Shezekiel. I'm trans-Jewish. And I just recently moved to Israel.
What does Goyim mean?
Well, in my native tongue, it means nations. But we use it as a slang term to call you guys Palestinian goyams. It means beasts, okay? Cattle.
Fuck.
Like cows, livestock, okay?
Okay.
You know how we keep the Palestinians in Gaza because they deserve it because they're beasts.
Do they deserve it though?
Oy vey, of course they do. What are you, not a Zionist?
I don't know. Israel's pretty brutal by the looks of it.
I'm calling the ADL right now.
Yeah, I
This
mean,
channel's getting shut
Gaza's
down.
Gaza got like trapped in that little fucking corner of fucking Israel.
Well, they shouldn't be Palestinian goyim, should they?
I don't even know, man. You must, yeah. I'm worried about you, man.
Well, you shouldn't be because I'm taking all of your tax money.
yeah, I mean, I think to an extent, just yeah, I mean, I don't support either side. Like, Israel just needs to stop bombing. Like, both of them just need to stop bombing like innocent people. Like, it's like
Wait,
war
Faye,
crimes.
they just beheaded 6 million Israeli babies. Okay,
I think it was 40 actually.
it was 6 million, not one less.
Woo! How's Ed doing?
Is he still a scumbag piece of shit?
Who are we talking about?
The scumbag piece of shit.
What,
That
the
was
Palestinians?
Ed.
Who?
Ed.
I don't know an Ed.
You don't know an Ed?
No, I don't know an Ed.
Dan Allender. Does he know an Ed? Is he lying?
I think so. I think he's live in Ed's right now.
So are you being a scumbag piece of shit and lying?
I don't know anybody named Ed.
What's the right answer? Nah, I don't know. But he's saying he doesn't know an Ed. So are they talking about what are they talking about, Ed's Den? I'm not sure.
What is who's talking about?
What's who's talking about? I don't know. Ed. Netanyahu.
Oh, Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. That's what they're talking about.
That's very disrespectful, okay? Adolf Hitler was the one that was doing meth, okay? Look at any video of that guy. He was shaking constantly.
This is apparently Vic.
Hey, I just came up to say one thing.
One thing.
What up,
Yeah.
Vic?
Now, I have the whole video that Nanya was on from start to finish, and I'm going to prove who docs to first. And I have chat logs also when it was called out.
Who is this dirty Palestinian? I'm trying to talk about geopolitics, okay?
But is the docs like if the name's like already out there? Is it a doc?
Okay, so wasn't that situation like Sabby, or I forget that situation kind of.
This was yesterday, I think.
Oh, yesterday. Then I don't even know about that situation.
So from what I saw, it was Nevermore that just left Ed's chat, came back.
They should make a site. They should make a channel called YouTube, the Community Revelations.
Vic supposedly has the whole thing recorded, so I don't know. From what I saw, I didn't notice. Nunya didn't really do anything.
So how much did you donate to me today, guys?
Somewhere between $0 and $0.
Oy vey, you don't pay your taxes?
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying.
Oh, it sounds like somebody's smoking something illegal.
It's legal in Canada, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're probably smoking that very, very bad Canadian weed, okay?
No, it's actually pretty good. This stuff was
We get that Afghani Kush over here in
Why
Israel.
did I sound like Jonathan Robbins? The fuck?
This is frosted Kush Gorilla crossed with Gorilla
That
Kush.
sounds like Jonathan.
A little bit.
31%. Yeah.
Oy
Are you
vey,
Jonathan?
who's got the Glocks, okay? I like
Me.
those.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Jonathan didn't have like any kind of. I don't think that would be Jonathan.
I mean, it just the voice a little bit, at least what I can hear. But I got a banging ass headache too. So, Vic, what the fuck do you need? What? Nevermore don't want to play no more?
Yeah, I don't know what he meant by that. From what I
Oh,
saw,
I do.
It was Nevermore that left Ed's panel, came up. He left it twice. He went
Yeah,
to,
because
like,
he's such
fix
an
it.
idiot. He don't know that he can change his name and his picture without leaving the panel because he's a fucking old degenerate fuck.
Yeah, and then I was in whoever's live that was.
Yeah, we were having fun,
see
chilling.
shit. Yeah,
I did do it. I put Bobby's name on there, but it's not a docs. You got shit fucked up, dude. You put your shit out there. And Jacqueline, your niece, is not a dox either. Do better, bitch. She's all over YouTube as well. So, no, Nevermore. You started it, remember?
Yeah, just like those dirty Palestinians started it, okay?
Cool.
Oh, I know who that is. Okay.
Is that Hoax Wars?
I don't think so. And Hunchback, look at you. You're pathetic. Saying that I watched CP in a fucking live catch in Alex's. You're here for the kids, right? Fucking cocksucker.
You wouldn't watch CP on a catch? What the fuck?
No, he told them in a live catch that I watched CP in Alex's catch.
Oh, like in chat?
Yeah.
Oy vey, is that T?
No.
Oh, okay, very bad.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like I don't know what Vic was talking about. He said something about like he is a dox of who docs first.
Are we serious though? Like Vic, for real? But who's your best friend? Who's your fucking the person that makes you say everything and do everything and get you in so much trouble, Vic? Who is it? JD?
Yeah. Vic, you gotta fucking drop
do
JD.
better.
He's nothing good for you,
At this point, don't even drop him because you're just as bad as he is.
Shit.
Nah, Kelly, fuck Nevermore. Now he wants truth. Now?
Hey Vic,
after what he's done?
Fucking,
hell no. You got
do you
me
notice
fucked up.
JD's fucking
JD's a fucking cocksucking bitch too.
He's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
Do your research on the guy, Vic.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you know, you know. No, Hunchback, I ain't triggered. Y'all are just a bunch of fucking cocksucking bitches. That's all you are. Look at you. You run around as another man's name and picture on your fucking YouTube channel. You've been doing it for years. Your life must suck. I mean, how many children have they put out there in the past couple days alone? Is it going to take innocent people getting hurt? Is that what it's going to take? Oh, yeah, he can go fuck himself, Telly. I know you were. He can go fuck himself. That's what he can do. And Ed, too. They're fucking predators, both of them. Like I said, Jackie's going to do the community great, isn't she, Nevermore? All the mental health fucking issues.
Yeah, Nevermore said he jerked off over CP. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they're the ones that are engaging in that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
I mean, they're saying that you were.
Yeah, that's Hunchback that said it, not Nevermore.
Oh, okay. So he said that instead. But we know he's kind of a Vitican.
Yeah.
Oh, he's here.
I don't have nothing to say to Nevermore.
Yeah, you pull up here.
Client. Sit there and cry and say I doxed you when you fucking put your name and shit out there, bitch.
Yeah, he told us everyone his name. I mean, I forget what it is because I don't care about Nevermore. But if you have a pulse, then you can figure that out.
Right, exactly. How do you know Nunya is not a ped? What?
The IDF has all of your names. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you. The video math, yeah. People don't know how to do fucking simple math, Tiny. Okay, I'm gonna go over to Capstan. Vic, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go over there because I don't want to say bad stuff here. Thank you, Ryan. Bye, Dan.
All right.
Bye, secret guy or girl that just ran away.
Dan Islander just ran away.
Dan Islander ran away? Oh.
He ran away.
He's trying to beat me, Caps.
I would never run away, okay? Palestinians are gonna get what they got.
Oh, fuck. All right.
See?
Bye, Ryan. Oh, hey, what was you doing in Wog's trunk last night when Tiny and Wog were on their date?
Wog's trunk?
Yeah, you were in the trunk. I seen a picture. I'll send it to you.
Wait, is that why I don't remember yesterday?
Yes. Let me send it to you right now, okay?
Yeah.
Let me send it to you. I was very concerned for you. There you go.
Yeah, I need to remember yesterday.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Instagram.
Examine. Oh shit, they're him.
I told you. We told you to blink twice, but you didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So as Frog and Tiny, I don't know. We seen you the whole time, but like we couldn't help you. Sorry.
Yeah. So this does conclude the nonviolent fireside chat.
Next time it's gonna be violent.
Yeah, the next time it's gonna be violent.
Oy vey, Goyam.
But yeah. But yeah, Caps Live.
Oy vey!
Got another laugh. Got Oy vey here. Oy vey. And yeah.
Vey, dog!